Hello everyone and welcome to a game between Lucifer and Porno Sonic, or just now known as Sonic, I guess, after a little bit of the community is like, why is your name Porno Sonic? That makes absolutely no sense. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be happening here. We see Lucifer spawning as the blue undead on the bottom right hand side of the map. Gonna go ahead and speed things up just a little bit. Meanwhile, on the top left, we have Sonic spawning as the yellow night elf. Now, Night Elf versus Undead is one of those matchups that I really like to study as of late. It's one of those opening segments where you really need to figure out what your opponent is doing and counter it with the right units of your own. Now, we know that Undead players have often gone for a very heavy Death Knight Ghoul strategy early on, trying to use Unholy Aura, allowing the Death Knight to get early surrounds onto those very, very low hit point archers with normal armor, or medium armor, excuse me. Now, on top of that, what ends up happening is that a lot of players either delay getting or try to go for a warden as their hero, or delay the altar of elders, get an additional archer out onto the field and grab a tavern hero, and it's going to be a goblin alchemist. Now, the alchemist is not your typical hero. Chemical rage or healing spray, both of those are very, very interesting, but also acid bomb is very effective because of the ability of archers to focus fire units. We may be taking a look at that here as you see the alchemist quickly taking down one of these units. All right, what's going to happen? Oh, it is going to be chemical rage instead, and you can see how much damage that one just goblin alchemist is doing. He attacks slightly faster, moves faster as well, and with those claws of attack +6, that is actually going to hurt tremendously. Chemical rage now coming to an end, +6 attack. The alchemist has now calmed down, or, well, I guess not the alchemist, the ogre has now calmed down quite a bit as the archers are still trying to get in that extra bit of damage. Archer now gonna perhaps hide over here by another Moonwell, heal back up. A second round of chemical rage making its way, coursing through that ogre's system. No 50% chance of hitting the wrong target there, as that chemical rage will be coming to an end, and it looks like the Death Knight will be able to get away, but one of the big benefits of Chemical Rage is how low the cost is. Every time you cast it, you pretty much will have another Chemical Rage right behind it. Let's take a look back over here. The Troll Trapper will get taken down, and the Alchemist should get to level 2. There we go, as it is now heading back home. It knows it has plenty of hit points, as we now see a large number of ghouls. What's going to be happening here? All right, Boots of Speed now been purchased. Is he going to, Acid Bomb onto all of the units there, and is able to really just slip out. Very, very nicely done. That extra bit of damage onto all of those units. No armor on many of those units here, as now the chemical raged goblin alchemist needs to back off. Now, the archers are going to be able to focus down ghouls relatively quickly, and because of the Death Knight's lack of a death coil, he's not going to be able to save these ghouls. Now, are we going to see the Goblin Alchemist make its way over? Yes, you can see it now trying to pierce some damage through. There is a little bit more damage there, and now all of a sudden the Death Knight, who was a rather strong hero, is now taking a lot more damage than he is suspected. Down to 35 hit points. Is he going to be able to make it away? Oh, gets choked up on a sheep, and the Death Knight looks like he'll be able to get away. Oh, another acid bomb, and it looks as though the Death Knight, is he going to be able to get away? Yes, he is. Even with the acid bomb's damage over time, Unholy Aura plus Blight equals enough damage, as the Alchemist really cursing the existence of that sheep now. All right, let's take a look at this. Archer now trying to focus down this one particular Death Knight. Chemical Raged Goblin Alchemist will get taken down, and there it goes. Now the archers need to run for their lives. Death Knight sitting at level 1, and that very, very risky play from Sonic does not look like it will be fruitful at all. Now, let's take a look. The Death Knight making its way back over here to the Goblin Merchant Shop. We are picking up a Naga Sea Witch, and the Goblin Alchemist did come back. All right, so very, very gutsy play here. And the Naga Sea Witch does have cold arrows, and this means that a lot of these ghouls will just end up getting taken down. Let's take a look back over here. Is the Naga Sea Witch perhaps going to get an attack onto the Death Knight to slow things down? No, it is not. Archer does get taken down. Death Knight now gets to level 2, and what is happening here? The Death Knight down to 5 hit points. It gets taken out. All right, I take everything back that I said. The Death Knight has fallen And now with the Death Knight fallen, things are going to actually look up for the Goblin Alchemist and the Night Elf army. Apparently, the Night Elf army doesn't have heroes good enough of their own. They end up buying some or hiring them at your local tavern. As this, oh, Frost Nova coming back from the Lich. Oh, the Lich gets in a huge snipe onto the Goblin Alchemist. And I cannot remember the last time I saw 3 hero deaths. 2 from one side, 1 from the other in the first 6 minutes and 30 seconds of a game. If I did remember that, I would have freakish memory. But this is not your typical matchup at all. Goblin Alchemist now quickly comes back over. Frost Nova onto the Alchemist again. Is he going to be able to take down that Lich? Lich is cold. All right, now let's see if it's going to get taken down. Yes, Lich now taken down. So the 4th hero has been taken down in this matchup. Chemical Rage on the Goblin Alchemist. The Alchemist is going to be able to finish down. 5th hero taken down. All right, if the game lasts, oh goodness, that Chemical Raged Goblin Alchemist moving away very, very quickly as the Archer now tries to hide once more. All right, I think we've had 5 hero kills in the first 7 minutes of the game. Goblin Alchemist, one of the big weaknesses of the Goblin Alchemist is the fact that he has low armor. Ring of Protections +2 work extremely well on the Goblin Alchemist, or the Alchemist in general, because of his high hit points. Even just at level 2, his hit points is, I believe, 800. Allowing him, meaning that if he gets a Ring of Protection, that Ring of Protection essentially gives him about 150 effective hit points. Now, let's make not 150, sorry, 100 effective hit points. Alchemist now making his way after all of these ghouls here. Lich may come back around. There is -4 armor. That Goblin Alchemist now taking a tremendous amount of damage, taking 17% bonus damage, now needs to move away and move away quickly. 875 hit points, -3 armor, as we're now looking at the Archers with the Naga Sea Witch clearing out another creep camp here, the expansion. All right, the Goblin Alchemist now making his way back through the center. It looks as though there is a Watcher or Sentry Ward right there. The Death Knight knows exactly what's going on, bringing over a whole bunch of units. Lich sitting at level 1. Has the Orb of Corruption, and I got to imagine, yes, abominations are being trained. Still surprised, though, that we do not have obsidian statues. Death Knight clearing up this location here, and right now it looks like we're going into our final creep roars, but the Naga Sea Witch may be able to come here and get us a bit of a snipe. No snipe at all, and the Kobold Geomancer did cast slow only on the skeletal minions though, so really not worth trying to snipe those units down. All right, Archers now into position. Ancient of War is right here. Rather small army as the Death Knight gets to level 3, Chemical Rage, and now -3 armor onto that poor Death Knight as we're looking at the firing, just going back and forth. There goes another unit there as the Chemical Rage now making its way through. Death Knight trying to clear things up just a bit. Naga Sea Witch still right here trying to push through, and this is just turning out to be a very crazy game. Lich still sitting at level 1 as the Death Knight going to go ahead and finish off this Ancient of War. 2 obsidian statues out on the field, giving the Lich level 2 now. And that Naga Sea Witch has to be extremely careful as the Death Knight may be able to snipe it down. All right. Now let's come back around. Naga Sea Witch in the center here. All right, it looks like the Lich wants to get a little bit more experience. Death Knight is hiding off just around the corner. Obsidian statue, abominations, all ready to go. And here you have it, the Death Knight and the Lich starting to get a little bit of that hero advantage. Naga Sea Witch still sitting at level 1, starting to try and snipe down that Death Knight. Death Knight does have evasion though. And what was that? A bit of a mistake there by Sonik, as Sonik overextended with the Naga Sea Witch. Even though it's still level 1, you do not want to be using so much time constantly reviving your heroes. Alchemist now back in play here, gonna go ahead and start tearing apart the Lich here, but that -5 armor, you can see he's taking an additional 17% damage, and that just really makes his really makes for a very, very sad goblin on top of that alchemist there as he's now trying to get away. All right, let's see what's going to be happening next. Alchemist now making his way back off to the north. You can take a look back down over here. Null Overseers and the Death Knight just making sure to keep his advantage, clearing out creep camps, getting stronger items. And if that Lich gets to level 3 as well, this 2-hero combination is going to be far too much, because the Lich with that -5 armor really melts apart the Goblin Alchemist, and the Frost Nova makes it so that the Goblin Alchemist really cannot escape. Well, poor Bear quickly gets taken down there. Alchemist now is able to run all the way back, but things are just starting to snowball very quickly for Lucifer. Lucifer clearing up this creep camp here. All right, Alchemist now trying to come in. You can see Bear is in position. We are going to see a little bit of an engagement here. Lich may end up taking down a Dryad. There it goes. Lich now sitting at level 3. And we are going to take down a couple of these. No, not taken down. I believe that was a Dark Ritual, as the Lich was able to deny the experience there. Bear now taking a fair bit of damage as we have the Dreadlord out on the field. Dreadlord could sleep one of those heroes. No sleep at all. It looked like it was on cooldown, or could have teched Carrion Swarm. But Lucifer going into old school WarCraft 3 Reign of Chaos days with this tri-hero, Death Knight, Lich, and Dreadlord. Very, very dangerous 1-2-3 combination, as all of a sudden, if any units try to leave or try to back out of a fight, they may just be standing still for a little bit of time. Death Knight now looking to... Nope. Is he going to pick up the tome? Yes, he will be picking up... Nope. Yes, he is picking up that Tome of Agility. Also picks up a Scroll of Protection and Scroll of Healing, and that may be far too much. Alchemist, one of those Alchemist's best ability is the fact that he can attack air even if he doesn't have... Nope, he does have the Orb of Venom, so he is doing damage over time and attacking air. Gonna go ahead and take down that Red Drake without any real issue here. Now finishing up everything else. Scourge Bone Chimes on that Alchemist will be helpful for those bears, and a little bit of the counteraction of the Dreadlord. Dreadlord still sitting at level 1 though. Gonna go ahead and try to clear things up, but I think Lucifer is going to end up taking this game without an issue. Alchemist could try and drop an Acid Bomb here in just a moment. There's the Fork Lightning. There is the Chemical Rage. And damage is being dealt, but that's still not looking very good at all. Sleep onto the Chemical Raged Goblin, as he is now still trying to fight his way through a whole bunch of units. All right, Bear looks like it could get taken down. No real pressure. Lucifer is not trying to overextend here, just staying within the easy range. Any unit that is given to him, he is pretty much going to take down. And with so many abominations and lack of damage coming in from Sonik, I think Sonik will be just giving the GG here in just a moment. All right, let's take a look. Abominations with Disease Cloud spreading disease and destruction all across this Night Elf army. Dreadlord still sitting at level 1. Chemical Rage Alchemist sitting off to the side, waiting for another hit. And he may be able to take down some of these units, but this is still not looking good at all, as there is the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. First couple of minutes, very exciting back and forth action, but really, in the end, Lucifer was able to just get better traction, get better footing, and take out Sonik. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.